Hey everyone, welcome back to another video here on the channel. My name is Wiley, and today I'm going to be covering some AP test tips / strategies / things you should know about AP tests to get through the exam week, because trust me, you're going to need it. I know how brutal it is. If you're a junior and this is your first time, good luck, man. But if you're a senior coming back and you're watching this video, maybe you have some of your own things you can add to this list. Let me know down below. But let's get into it. Before I get into all this stuff in today's video, I was wondering if you guys could please just take a minute to leave a like or subscribe. I'm trying to get to 450 subscribers by the end of the month. It means so much to me whenever you guys subscribe or leave a like or leave a comment or do anything with the video. Clicking on it is plenty, but anything more you can do makes my day. So thank you so much if you take time out of your day to do that. I really appreciate it. Okay, we're going to be starting the week off on Sunday. Let's say you have an exam on Monday, you get up around 8 a.m. on Sunday, and you are just gunning to study and get ready for the test. The biggest thing I can recommend on Sunday is just that you don't study for too long. Maybe do 1 or 2 hours, but then you should do something that's relaxing and doesn't stress you out too much, because if you try to cram everything in on Sunday, even if you've had a good study plan for like the last couple weeks, maybe you're studying every other day for different topics, you do not want to cram on Sunday, because if you cram, you're going to be stressed out, you're going to lose sleep over it, you're going to be thinking about it all day, you're going to get burnt out, and it's just going to go terribly when you actually sit down and take the test. So do not cram the day before. Instead, like I said, take 1 or 2 hours, study that material, and then take the rest of the day to just chill out and relax. Get a good dinner, get a good lunch, do some exercise, do what you would normally do on a day that wouldn't stress you out. Maybe you hang out with friends or something, play some video games, watch a movie, go jump in the ocean.
If you're from like Ohio and you're landlocked, bummer for you. Don't really know what I'm saying.
And then this is the most important part about Sunday night, and I think it's something that honestly I should do now even when it's not final season, but it's just trying to get 7 or 8 hours of sleep, because there's so many studies out there that have shown that getting a good amount of sleep actually does improve your score on the test the following day. If you cram all night and you only get 6 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep or something, okay, if that works for you, cool, but it doesn't usually work, and I would be so shocked if someone who got 5 hours of sleep was able to get a 5 on an AP exam. I seriously am. Okay, it's now Monday morning, you wake up, you have a 9:30 exam or something, and you are ready to go. This is where I recommend getting a great breakfast in, well-rounded. I'm not just saying pour yourself a bowl of Lucky Charms and call it good. I'm saying that you need to get eggs, bacon, bread, a protein shake, and yogurt or something. I don't know. I mean, I guess you don't need a protein shake. Anyways, I'm just saying that you need to get a well-balanced breakfast so it can energize you to push through the exam, because you're not going to be able to run. The AC in my room just turned on. I apologize for that so much. I can't control it. We're just gonna have to live with it. Like I was saying, you want a well-balanced breakfast, because if you just pour yourself a bowl of Lucky Charms, there's something sticky on my keyboard. It's really not gonna help carry you through that exam. Even an hour later, you're gonna be feeling hungry again. You're not really gonna have a lot of energy. So just try to get something that's well-rounded and balanced, like the classic toast, eggs, and sausage or something, And then before you go to your exam, you do wanna make sure that you have all of the materials picked out, whether that's a calculator, pencil, ruler, whatever they allow you to bring, you should definitely bring, because even if you don't think you're going to need it, who knows, it's better to just have it. Better to be safe than sorry, right? Okay, let's say it's now Monday at around 10:30 a.m. You finished your first look through over the exam. You think you've done a pretty good job, but before you go back through and double check all of your answers, just take a couple minutes and sit there, just take a break. Draw a dinosaur, or just fiddle with your pencil or something. Just do something that's a little bit relaxing and can kind of help to reset your mind a little bit. I know it's hard to reset your mind in the middle of a test because you're not really gonna be able to do it the full way, but just do something that, clears your mind a little bit, takes some stress off. Congratulations, you got through the bulk of a test. Now you can just go through and double check your answers, and you should be double checking your answers. I know that we're all double checking our answers, so that's why I'm not gonna talk about it that much, but we're all double checking our answers, right guys? Right? Yep. And seriously, if you don't think you did that well on the test, don't worry about it that much. AP test, as long as you take the test, it'll say AP literature and composition on your transcript. So it's okay if you didn't do that well. I'm not saying that, you should just give up if you're having a hard time or anything, because having a better score on an AP test 100% helps way, way, way more than having a bad score on an AP test. But it's okay if you don't do that well. Don't let yourself spiral down the rabbit hole of, oh my gosh, I didn't do this right, I didn't do this right, it's gonna be terrible, I'm never gonna know anything at all. Don't do that to yourself. You're gonna be okay. Now let's say you finish the test and you have another one in the afternoon. This is a loaded test day, but I had a day where I had 3 AP tests back to back. Yes, I did not want to do anything academic at all after that day, but yet here I am making videos about academic stuff. So even if you have 3 tests back to back, you're gonna be okay. But in between each test, you should be taking a 15 to 20 minute break. Hopefully you have 15 to 20 minutes. If they don't even give you 15 to 20 minutes, that's on them. But for you specifically, you should be taking 15 to 20 minutes to just literally not even thinking about the test at all. This needs to be a complete reset. I keep talking about this, but the Pomodoro technique says that if you work for X amount of time and then take a break relative to that time, you're gonna work a lot better in the next period of time. I said time a lot in that last sentence, so I hope it made sense. If you wanna watch that video, you can click, I think it's gonna be right here, or it could be even right here. I don't even know, but it's gonna be in one of these 2 corners. There you go. Okay, let's say on Monday you are done with your tests and now you only have an AP test on Thursday. Maybe it's on Friday, but you have a couple days in between. Like I said at the beginning of the video, you don't want to cram. Maybe you do an hour of studying on Tuesday, an hour on Wednesday, and an hour on Thursday. Or maybe you do 2 hours on each day, but you don't want to wait until Wednesday night or Thursday night, whenever the night is before you have the test, to cram in 8 hours of studying. That is way too much. It's gonna burn you out and it's not gonna work for you on the test. You're not gonna remember the information and you're gonna end up just hurting your performance. So don't do it. Instead, take those 3 days, relax, hang out with friends. Like I said at the beginning, just take some chill time for yourself and don't stress out about it too much. I know that it's impossible not to stress out about it at all. In the ideal world, you wouldn't be stressing out whatsoever, but I know that that's not possible. So just try to let it go from your mind, study for a couple hours a day. Know that studying for 2 hours a day is more than enough to prepare you for that test and that you should be okay no matter what. Now we're on Friday. Same thing as Monday. Have a good breakfast, go into the test open-minded, bring all the things that you need, calculator, pencil, ruler, whatever else they allow you to bring to AP test, maybe a water bottle or something. I don't even know if that's allowed, honestly. You go through the test, you give yourself 10 minutes in between when you finish and when you start double checking it, and then afterward you take a break and do something that relieves stress for yourself. That's pretty much what the week of AP test looks like, and that's really the ideal week that you want to have. Being considerate of both your time and your mental health is huge in the AP test week, because you don't want to burn yourself out. Because if you feel burnt out going into a test, you are absolutely cooked for that test. You are not performing your highest. So don't burn yourself out. It'll be okay even if you don't do well, and you'll get through it just fine, I promise. I had 3 tests back to back in one day. You will survive. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you have any more questions about anything AP test related, please let me know down below. I would be happy to help you guys out. I have gone through so many AP tests myself in my high school career, so I know almost way too much about them. But if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you guys on the next one.